Starting a small business in a bad economy isn't easy, but smart entrepreneurs can be successful. Joining us now in Ebru today is Marjorie Perry. She's the president and CEO of MCM Construction and Management. And we thank you, Marjorie, for joining us.
Thank you, Mia, for having me.
Well, now I guess Bill Gates didn't wait to create Microsoft, I should say, in 1975. It was a bad economy then. So should people wait? We do have tough economic times right now.
Well, a lot of people ask me that question. And one of the things I want to say is that starting a business today is a little bit different than what it was in the 70s, because we're relying now on global concentration as well as domestic. So anyone that wants to start a business now, they need to be knowledgeable about who they are, what they can do, and where's their expertise going to come from immediately. At least back then, when Bill Gates started, he was in his garage and he was starting out and actually playing with it, and it turned and evolved into what we have today in terms of Microsoft.
So the biggest things you need an idea and you need vision.
You need an idea, you need vision, and you need expertise. So today, going out and saying, you know what, Mia, I have this great product that I want to sell you, and you might say, well, listen, I can buy it from China.
Well, Marjorie, let's talk about some of the small businesses that we're seeing. Where is the greatest growth, first of all, and how are a lot of these smaller businesses faring?
Well, the greatest growth now, there's identified as 5 sectors. You have the healthcare, you have IT, you have transportation, you have logistics, you have finance is going to come back, and you have education. Those are the growth sectors that are out there today. Now, here's the deal about all of those. They require specialized training in each and every one of them. Okay. That's for sure. Those are your growth sectors. All right, so now, how does a small business grow from there? What's your plan? How are you going to move forward? Who are you going to train, have you train? I mean, some people have to actually go back. If you're going to do logistics, then you have to either be logistics or you have to hire someone that can do logistics for you. If you're going to go into transportation, you either know something about transportation or you have to bring a team of people in that can help you grow the transportation arm. So that's the difference today. You can't go in and just hope it's going to take off in 5 minutes. You have to go in with a very, very serious plan and not just say, okay, fine, I can't find a job, let me now become an entrepreneur.
Well, I'm guessing that with the bad economy, we're seeing a lot more entrepreneurs
Absolutely.
out there. How much have we seen in terms of growth in this country?
Well, let's say every day there's probably 10 to 15,000 businesses registering to start as a small business. Every day.
Now, what constitutes a small business? How many people?
One person.
One person.
Right. They can be one
person.
person.
They can be the CEO and president.
They could be CEO, president, treasurer, take out the garbage, the whole bit.
Okay.
But what you're not seeing is that they're actually growing right away. So here's some suggestions that I have.
Okay.
Look at franchises. That at least gives you a structure. Now, there's an equity position that, the franchisor is going to take from you, but at least they give you the training, they give you the model, they give you the opportunity to succeed right out the door. 2, if you're going to move into your own business and you've been laid off, there were a book of businesses that you might be able to find other people who can bring it to your table immediately. So try to partner immediately outside of the box. Do not think that sole proprietorship will get you anywhere. It will frustrate you, and it can possibly bankrupt you if you don't have that immediate out the gate concentration. And the third piece I always say to people, make sure you have a great networking ability. If you can't network well, today, things are really about who you know and what they do. So those are my 3 tips for entrepreneurs that want to get going.
Good tips. Now, let's talk about financial resources that are available out there. Lending, it's not quite as available right now. So what does a small business do if they want to get started?
Oh, where do we begin with that? Well, here's my thought about that. Here's where the partnering really kicks in. Where can you leverage and barter with someone that's already existing in business? Maybe a small merger and acquisition where you don't have to come so far out of your pocket. 2, if you go to a bank today for a loan for a small business, they want you to almost have dollar for equity position in order to get the loan. That's the downside. Now, if you need a small loan, you have your SBAs, which will give you up to $25,000. You have your microloan lenders. You can also get up to about $25,000. So some small businesses can take off with $10,000 or $15,000, but you really want to have a strategic plan ready to launch it, because once that loan starts turning around, you have to maintain that credit equity. So families and friends are still good.
Okay. All right, one final question for you. The #1 reason why businesses fail and why they succeed.
number one reason why they fail is that they don't know what they're doing and they had an idea without a major plan. And why they succeed is because they had a real plan, they had backup, and they had support, and they knew how to plan ahead.
All right, Marjorie Perry, we thank you for all those tips for starting a small business. We appreciate that.